Burkina Faso, a West African country, has been facing its fair share of challenges, from coups to clashes with jihadist militants. As a result, a 34-year-old army captain, Ibrahim Traoré, not only seized power but also found himself in a tight spot. With domestic options running dry and a militant threat at the doorstep, Traoré has a limited choice of partners. Therefore, he is being forced to seek out new partners, with the closest option being Russia. As a result, Russia's influence in Burkina Faso is turning heads globally, especially since Burkina Faso gave French troops the boot, opening the door for Russian expansion through the Wagner mercenary group. But it's not just about spreading influence, it's also a response to the country's struggle against terrorism, as Burkina Faso has been a hotspot for jihadist attacks, with waves of violence hitting military bases and civilians alike. Therefore, Captain Traoré, in a New Year's address, vowed to reclaim territory and ramp up the fight against insurgents in 2024, and thus he started having talks with Wagner, the so-called reliable counter-terrorism partner, in Burkina Faso's shaky Sahel region. Yet, not everything is sunshine and rainbows. The Wagner Group has faced accusations of crimes against civilians, adding a layer of complexity to this alliance. So, grab your seat because we're about to unravel the twists and turns of this geopolitical drama. From coups to clashes, alliances to accusations, Russia's military dance with Burkina Faso is one story you won't miss. Current situation. We recently saw a Russian delegation led by Deputy Defense Minister Yunusbek Yevkarov jetting off to Burkina Faso for high-stakes talks with the nation's military maestro, Captain Ibrahim Traoré. After the meeting, the Burkina Faso presidency spilled the tea on the conference, revealing that the two sides delved deep into possible military cooperation. But hold your horses, this rendezvous wasn't a spur-of-the-moment thing. It was a follow-up to talks between Captain Traoré and Vladimir Putin at the Russia-Africa summit in St. Petersburg last July. Although the details are scanty, the presidency communiqué spilled the beans, revealing a focus on military cooperation through training sessions for Burkinabe cadet officers and officers at all levels, including pilots, and a military exchange program. Notably, the sudden interest in Burkina Faso might be a chess move on Moscow's part to fill the void left by Wagner's boss, Yevgeny Prigozhin, who sadly kicked the bucket. This power vacuum seems to have stirred Moscow's ambitions in Africa, especially in regions boasting natural resources and geostrategic importance. Military cooperation. Recently, Burkina Faso's interim president, Ibrahim Traoré, spilled the beans on Russia becoming a strategic ally. And although he denies the rumors of Russian mercenaries joining the Burkinabe forces in the fight against Islamist armed groups, Traoré sets the record straight, emphasizing that the departure of the French army doesn't mean France isn't an ally. Therefore, given recent developments, Russia is increasingly supplying Burkina Faso with military gear that's turning heads globally. Recently, Traoré, decked out in military gear and looking like the commander-in-chief, praised cooperation with Russia. Further, reports suggest that Russian military personnel made a grand entrance into Burkina Faso's capital, Ouagadougou, in what seems to be a significant deployment. As seen on African Initiative, a pro-Kremlin Russian news agency, photos of soldiers in army fatigues unloading gear from a plane with that iconic Russian flag with the IL-76, a Russian military workhorse, take center stage on the sun-soaked tarmac. Similarly, the African Corps channel on Telegram, claiming ties to Russia's defense ministry, dropped the bombshell that 100 servicemen are there to ensure the safety of the country's leader, Ibrahim Traoré, and the Burkinabe people. And get this, according to the defense ministry, another 200 are set to join the party soon. Now, this isn't just a military visit, it's a full-on military collaboration as the 100-strong Russian squad is geared up for protection duty and to train Burkina Faso's forces and patrol. Political and economic implications. Traoré, rocking that military chic look, reassures us that military cooperation with Russia doesn't mean France is out of the picture, as strategic allies can have multiple dance partners. He praises the collaboration with Russia, emphasizing that it's more than a fleeting alliance since Russia isn't just bringing military gear and potential economic benefits to Burkina Faso. Therefore, it's not just about countering terrorism, it's about unlocking economic opportunities since Russia, known for its resources and expertise, can be a valuable financial partner. Let's flip the coin and see how Russia plays this economic game. The Kremlin, with its eyes on Africa, is expanding its influence in the Sahel region. With French forces out of the picture, Russia is stepping in, not just militarily but economically, too. And it's not just Burkina Faso, Russia's fingerprints are all over the region. Remember Mali? After French forces withdrew, Russian military contractor Wagner Group stepped in. It's a domino effect, and Burkina Faso is the next piece in the puzzle. Challenges and concerns. Previously, Burkina Faso's president, Ibrahim Traoré, has been riding the anti-French, pro-sovereignty wave among the Sahel youth. While this helps legitimize his rule, it's like playing chess with fewer pieces on the board regarding international partnerships. France is out, and UN peacekeeping forces are a no-go. Therefore, Traoré has been cultivating ties, even shining at the Russia-Africa summit, but Wagner, Russia's famous military contractor, hasn't been called into action. Why? Traoré, inspired by the spirit of Thomas Sankara, the Africa's Che Guevara, is sticking to a pro-sovereignty ideology. It's not just about avoiding the West, it's about steering clear of any international partner that might compromise Burkina Faso's independence. He has an excellent reason to steer clear since Wagner's track record in the Central African Republic has Burkina Faso wary. In solving one problem, Traoré doesn't want to inherit another. And let's not forget Mali, where Wagner faced challenges and didn't quite get the job done against insurgent groups. Therefore, Burkina Faso announced a massive recruitment drive for the volunteers for the defense of the fatherland to counter the insurgency. "We have our Wagners," said Traoré. But reality check, the insurgency didn't back down. Now, Traoré has declared a general mobilization to give Burkina Faso the firepower it needs. But Burkina Faso might need backup, so will Traoré bring in Wagner, with or without saying their name, to tackle Burkina Faso's security mess? The plot thickens. Public opinion. In the recent case of the Burkina Faso military coup, some supporters flew Russian flags and chanted for Burkina Faso to switch alliances from France to Moscow. One demonstrator said, they don't want any more French support, but they want the defense of Russia, as France hasn't done anything that gives them success. Therefore, Burkina Faso seems to be catching the anti-French fever, and pictures of Putin are popping up at Burkina Faso's protests. Further, activists are on a roll, saying, the French must let them work things out on their own since without France, soldiers will have peace of mind and be able to reflect on how to organize and free the people. Therefore, with anti-French sentiment on the rise, Burkina Faso seems to be doing a little pivot dance towards Russia with the support of the public as they displayed Russian President Vladimir Putin's banner soaring high during a protest supporting Burkina Faso's president, Captain Ibrahim Traoré. Future prospects. Burkina Faso's recent military coup has stirred the pot, and Russia seems to be in the spotlight. As shown by current Burkina Faso supporters waving Russian flags during the coup celebrations, this could call for a complete shift in alliances from France to Moscow. Now, this is a test for the young leaders of Burkina Faso, as they are tempted to tap into the Wagner Group's services, while on the other hand, President Traoré wants to stay true to his pro-sovereignty stance. But it's not just about Burkina Faso but the entire Sahel region. With coups in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, the Sahel is becoming a playground for Moscow-friendly juntas. Overall, the future of the Russia-Burkina Faso alliance is a roller coaster of uncertainties and potential game-changers. Thanks for watching, folks. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, share, and comment below. Until next time, stay curious and stay informed. Ciao.